The Janissaries. They are brave, lonely, loyal, and dogmatic. From west to east, they are dominant.
Welcome back to a new episode of my Ancestors channel. In this video, we will talk about the Janissaries, the elite Ottoman troops. Who are they? When did they form? What are their contributions to the Ottoman Empire and their end? In the beginning, this army was established by Sultan Orhan Ghazi in the 14th century, who formed it from homeless children and war orphans. So they were brought up with an Islamic education, intellectually and militarily. With the emergence of the Ottoman state and its expansion to the east and north, Sultan Orhan Ghazi founded this army. The word Janissary in the Turkish language means the new army or new soldiers, where its numbers reach at the beginning of 8,000 and 12,000 soldiers. Sultan Orhan took over their training and supervision since their childhood. They knew only military life and fighting. In addition to raising them to convert to Islam, they were forbidden to marry and work at first. And in peacetime, they lived in close military barracks. So they turned into soldiers who knew nothing but war, fighting and loyalty to the Sultan and the state. And this detachment was separated from the traditional Ottoman army and was placed at the forefront of the armies. The Janissary army turned into an army that terrified Europe for many centuries. And in the time of Sultan Murad II, this army acquired the character of permanence and formed a special institution headed by a person nicknamed Agha Janissary. The Janissary was also divided into three sections: a section guarding the Sultan, a section guarding state institutions, and a section advancing armies on the fronts. The Janissaries enjoyed a special status from the rest of the traditional army, as they were paid more salaries than the traditional army and enjoyed special equipment, special food, and special training. And it was said that without them, Constantinople would have remained until now the stronghold of the Eastern Christian Church. So their news spread of the rest of the European kingdoms, which continued to fear the Ottomans throughout their extent. Even historians mention a famous incident when the king of the Netherlands asked for help from the Ottoman state to deter the attack of the Spaniards on them. The Sultan sent him 400 Janissary military uniforms. The Dutch army wore them, and when the Spaniards saw them, they fled, thinking that the Ottomans were fighting on the side of the Dutch. And in the east, they tore the Safavids in the Battle of Jalderan. Over time, the strength of the Janissaries increased, and the Ottoman sultans began to use them to resolve governance issues. So Sultan Murad I used them to extend his influence and control over the Sultanate. Sultan Mahmud II had no choice but to send his artillery to destroy his Janissary army in the largest massacre witnessed in the capital Istanbul in 1826. Thus ends the story of an army that terrorized Europe for centuries. In the next episode, we will talk about the Mamluks, where they came from, who they are, and what they ruled is in protecting Islam. Stay tuned for the next episode. Have a good day. See you soon.